Ours is the only organization I know dedicated to individual, where we work together to bring out the best in each of us, and then we apply these skills to help others. Said by Ralph C. Smedley, the founder of Toastmasters. A very good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. I welcome you all to the 96th session of Valor Toastmasters Club. There are a few ground rules that are to be followed during this meeting. Please turn off your cell phones or keep them on silent mode. Please refrain talking about sex, religion, and politics. Do keep your mics muted unless you're on stage. Lastly, please do keep your cameras on so we could have a quality session. Okay, let me tell the mission of Toastmasters Club without seeing it after a long time. Yeah. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide mutually supportive and positive learning experience by which members develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Yeah, I did it. Without further ado, let me now hand over the session to the presiding officer, who's a wonderful mentor for people seeking guidance in health, finance, etc. He's an advocate by profession, and he has a community which is called Trek Talks that inspire lives. Let's put our hands together in welcoming the presiding officer, Toastmaster Vijay Surana. Over to you, Toastmaster Vijay Surana.
Okay, Sarah had just texted.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll be covering PO.
Over to you, Toastmaster Sound.
Without any further ado, let me declare Valor Toastmasters Club session 96 open. We have a very brilliant Toastmaster of the day playing the role today, coming to our rescue while no one has taken TMOD. So the stage is yours, Toastmaster Darshini.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Soumini. Fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, it's my pleasure to welcome you all to Valor Toastmasters Club. Before jumping into the agenda, I would like to state that today our newest member, Toastmaster Johan, is playing his first-time role play. He's a first-time role player today, and he's playing the role accountant. So congratulations on coming forward and taking up role in such a short notice. In such a short time after entering the club. So all the best for your role again. The next, jumping into our agenda today. For the benefit of our guests, I would like to explain the structure of the meeting. The meeting is divided into 3 rounds. The first, the prepared speech round, where the members will deliver speeches based on projects and paths that they have chosen. The second part of the session is the table topics round, where the members can practice thinking and speaking on their feet. This round is also known as the impromptu speech section. Guests are welcome to participate in this round as well. The third and the final part is the evaluation round, in which all the prepared speeches as well as other prepared speeches and other aspects of the session will be evaluated by our general evaluator and her team. So let me call upon our general evaluator, Toastmaster Kriti. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshini, TMOD. The tagline of Toastmasters says, where leaders are made. One of the hallmarks of a good leader is that he or she brings out best in people around him or her. This is exactly the role carved up for general evaluator in Toastmasters meeting. As a general evaluator today, my role is to identify and applaud the good in today's meeting, but at the same time, give feedback on things that can be made better so that all of us can become the best version of ourselves. Helping me in my job today is the tag team. Let me call upon the tag team timer, our counter, and grammarian. Let me now call upon the timer, Toastmaster Kirtana. Over to you, Toastmaster Kirtana.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and our mystery firefly summon, and everyone present here. So as a timer, I will time the table topics, prepare speeches, and evaluation speeches. I will alert each speaker at the time they have left using the green, red, and yellow cards, which has specific times for each time limits. For table topic sessions should not be more than 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll be showing a green card. That is the minimum time that has to be spoken to get qualified. At 1.30 seconds, I'll show the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I'll show the red card. Above which, if the speaker speaks, he'll be unqualified. So this, I request the speakers to be within the time limit. And for prepared speeches, which will be like 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll be showing the green card. At 6 minutes, yellow card. At 7 minutes, red card. And for evaluation speeches, which should be within 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll be showing the green card. At 2.3 minutes, I'll be showing, in 2.5 minutes, I'll be showing the yellow cards. At 3 minutes, I'll be showing the red cards. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kirtana. Next I call upon the counter Toastmaster Johan, our newbie of our club and the very first role player. Very first time taking up the role. Yeah, over to you, Toastmaster Johan.
Hello everyone. Yeah, today is the first time I've taken a role, and I didn't feel comfortable speaking yet, so I thought I'll slowly get into it. Maybe next time I will take up the role of a speaker. So this time I thought I'll just take our counter and see how it goes. Yeah, so thank you everyone for making me feel very welcome in my first time taking a role, and hopefully I'll speak soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Johan. Next I call upon the grammarian Toastmaster Bharat. Over to you, Toastmaster Bharat.
Thank you, General Evaluator. A very good evening, beautiful Toastmasters and the most beautiful guests. So firstly, I would like to ask a question to all of you. What food comes to your mind when you say it's Sunday? Answer me.
Biryani.
Veg biryani, paneer biryani.
Yeah, so both are correct. So we can take a common word, that is biryani. So let's get into the process. Firstly, you'll be switching on the gas and you're going to keep a cooker on it, and then you have to pour some oil, and after that you will be putting that things that gives you the aroma, and after that you will be putting that onions, ginger, garlic, and then you'll be putting some tomato, and after that what else, yeah, you'll be putting the chili powder, and you are going to mix it all, and after that you take the most important thing, the chickens. No, if it is veg biryani, you'll be putting the vegetables. So if it is chicken biryani, you have to put the chicken. So now you put the chicken and you're going to mix it up all. And some people put the rice first, and some people pour the water first. If you put the rice first, some people say that the taste will stick to the rice well. So you can do it in two ways. So let's put rice first, and after putting the rice, and we are going to pour the limited amount of water, and that's it. So now we are going to close the cooker and we are going to put the whistle, and within few minutes, not few minutes, maybe after 10 to 15 minutes, you will get the biryani ready. So this is what everyone does, and I too did it last time. And finally, after opening it and I started eating, and I found that I missed the most important thing. Do you guys find what is that?
Salt.
Yeah, exactly. I missed the salt. Can you ever imagine if you cook a food without using the salt? That will be really terrific. Yes, it was. So, guys, a biryani without salt is like communicating a person without grammar. Both will relate to us. So when you're speaking to somebody, you can communicate in all other ways, but if you're missing the most important thing called grammar, you can really feel for it. So you need a person called grammarian. So here I am today as a grammarian. So my role for today is to check for the grammatical errors in your speeches and your rules. And also I'll be looking for the perfect usage of grammar. So a grammarian has one more work too, that is telling the word of the day. So the word of the day for today is that wave, W-A-I-V-E, W-A-I-V-E, wave, which means to refrain from climbing or giving up. I will put that in that chat box also. I will type it and put that. So for an example sentence for the word wave is that the court decided to waive her fine as it was her first offense. The court decided to waive her fine as it was her first offense. Can anybody do it a try for the word waive? Yeah, nobody?
Before the elections, the finals exams were waived off by the chief minister.
Yeah, great. So thank you everyone. So over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat. I'll be submitting my report at the when called upon at the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Kriti. Without any further ado, let's jump into our prepared speeches round. Before calling our speaker, Toastmaster Ashwin, let me call his evaluator, Toastmaster Soumini. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. And guess what Toastmaster Ashwin's project is today? It's evaluation and feedback. Toastmaster Ashwin will be giving his level 1, project 2, and speech 1, called Evaluation and Feedback in the Pathway Effective Coaching. This project comprises of 2 speeches. The purpose of the first speech is to give a speech on any topic, receive feedback from the evaluator, that is me, and apply that feedback on the second speech. The second speech can be the same speech with the feedback applied or a different speech with the first evaluator's feedback applied. All the best, Toastmaster Ashwin. Rock the stage. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soumini. Toastmaster Ashwin, please do a quick audio and a video check.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Visible?
Yes. Can we go?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Toastmaster Ashwin, my epicure ride. My epicure ride, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Cooking has always been a passion of mine. I love to cook, and I find the entire process of cooking to be very peaceful and meditative. I can't say the same for my mother, who has to clean up once I'm done. But yes, cooking is a fun hobby / passion. And to love cooking, all you need is to fulfill one prerequisite. You need to love food. Now, according to me, there are 2 types of people. The first are those who eat to live, and the second are those who live to eat. Based on my introduction so far, you can probably guess which category I fall in. But even though I love to cook and I love eating food, I don't consider myself to be a true foodie. Why? Because I'm a vegetarian, which means there's a variety of dishes that is forbidden food. Or at least that's what I thought initially. But let me dial back a bit. I mentioned that I'm a vegetarian and I'm also from a strict Brahmin family. Now, what does that mean? It means 3 things. First, my body is mainly composed of Paruppu sadam, Tair sadam, Rasam sadam, and complan. Second, I love curd rice and I'm not afraid to admit it. And third is that I follow a strict vegetarian diet, mainly because non-vegetarians don't taste that good. My family is so strict when it comes to food that we only ever go out to eat in restaurants that are purely veg, basically Sarona Bhavan. Now that I think about it, the only restaurant that I have been to with my parents that also serve non-vegetarian food is probably Domino's. That's if you consider it to be a restaurant. As I mentioned, being a vegetarian means that there's a variety of dishes that is forbidden for you. But the fact that it was forbidden was what that made me even more curious to try it out. I was around 13 or 14 years old when I had the urge for the first time to try non-vegetarian dishes. You see, in school, I was kind of known for the food I bring for my lunch. My mom used to make a variety of dishes that were quite popular among my friends. So every time during lunch break, I was always forced to share my lunch with the rest of the class. But every once in a while, some kid who usually only brings curd rice or sambar rice to school would have bought some fancy non-vegetarian dish, and the entire class would lose their mind. And everyone would go behind him and beg him to share his food with the rest of the class. And that's when I realized the level of craze that people had for non-vegetarian food. But I was never swayed by it. I was always firm to my beliefs. And whenever I was pressured by my friends to try non-vegetarian food, I always answered no. But deep down, there was always a small part of me that wanted to try and experience it. And that's when this one particular incident happened. It was 2015, and I had gone to the theaters with my parents. And after watching the movie, we decided to have dinner at the food. Unfortunately, at that time, none of the restaurants that were open were purely veg, but we were really hungry. So we decided to compromise for the first time and decided to dine in a veg come non-veg restaurant. So we ordered a gobi Manchurian for starters, and while the dish was being prepared, my dad had gone to the washroom. But the dish had arrived unexpectedly quick, and it looked nothing like a cauliflower. But I was too hungry at this point to care about that, so I dived right in. And after that, I realized that it tasted kind of funny and the texture was different. But again, I was too hungry to care about that. My mother had a bite and decided to not eat the rest of it because she didn't like the taste. And once my dad got back, he too tried the dish and immediately called for the waiter and asked him what the dish was. To which the waiter replied that it was chicken Manchurian. I still remember the shocked faces my parents had. Apparently, the waiter had switched orders with another table and served us chicken instead. My mom was on the verge of puking, probably because she couldn't digest the food or the fact that we just had chicken. My dad, on the other hand, handled it pretty well, but he was quite upset with the management for obvious reasons. Me, I was just upset that I couldn't finish the entire dish. You see, I actually quite liked it. And finally, my desire to try non-vegetarian food was fulfilled. So on our way back home, I asked my father quietly, Dad, is it all right if I became a non-vegetarian in the future? To which my dad replied, Of course, it's your wish. Similar to how it's my wish to kick you out of the house if you ever did. Since then, my curiosity to try non-vegetarian food only increased. But the thrill of trying this forbidden dish was soon replaced by the excitement and eagerness to learn and cook many new dishes. Of course, all these dishes were vegetarian because I had to use my mom's kitchen. But yes, as I learned new and many more new dishes, I realized that I wasn't restricted in any way when it comes to the variety of dishes that I can consume. And eventually, the urge that I had to try non-vegetarian food dissipated, and was what I gained instead was the passion to, and that's how the passion for cooking ignited inside me. I would like to end my speech by sharing an interesting fact with you that I learned while preparing for the speech. It was found out that people with higher IQ tend to be vegetarians. What this means is that if you consider the average IQ of all the vegetarians and the average IQ of all the non-vegetarians, the chances are ours is higher than yours. Just a food for fact for all the non-vegetarians out there. Thank you, and Have a good day and back to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwin. That was indeed a wonderful speech, such an eye-opening speech, in fact. Let us take 1 minute of time, silence, to congratulate Toastmaster Ashwin. Timer, please let us know when 1 minute is elapsed.
One minute is up.
Thank you, Toastmaster Keetana. I guess today's theme could have been something related to food because for obvious reasons, our speaker had something related to food, our grammarian had something related to food, and surprisingly, our evaluator also started off saying, good breakfast. So if it's not something too much to consider, let's just consider today's theme something related to food, okay? All right, let's move on. Next, we have the table topics round. Table topics is in itself a crucial element of Toastmasters. It allows us to think on our feet and improve our impromptu speaking skills. Owning this ability is important not only for becoming a better speaker, but also to help improve our communication in general. Today, I shall play the role of a table topic master. Before moving on to table topics, let me quickly brief you on how to attempt a table topics. Once the topic is given, please try to stick to FAT method, F-A-T. F stands for feeling, how you feel about the topic. A stands for anecdote. You can narrate a short story from your life or something related, something realistic, so that you catch the audience attention. And then you tie back whatever you've told to the topic. So that is T, F-A-T. In case you're not able to follow this, it's completely fine, but just a small tip to follow so that your speech, your table topic speech looks very structured. So can we have some volunteers for the table topic session? You can use the raise hand feature or unmute and say, anybody wants to go for a table topic session?
Yes, I would like to volunteer.
Okay, so we have Alvin. So here is the topic. Guest Alvin, what is something you know you do differently than other people? What is something you know you do differently than other people? Guest Alvin.
Can I take 30 seconds buffer?
Yes.
And should it be related to food?
Can be related to anything. Doesn't matter.
Can you repeat the topic once again?
Sure. What is something you know you do differently than other people? Want me to go again?
No, it's fine. Okay, it's done now. Okay, so there are many things that one person would like to do differently compared to others. Like at the end of the day, we all want to be unique. And it's not something that's very hard to do, but at the same time, it's something that you would have to, what would I say, think so much about so that you could do it differently. And in my case, it would be like procrastinating and also to not to give up, or in this case, I could use the word vain. And at times I do give up. It's not like I don't give up, but when you think about it, when we are given something to study, we don't study properly, like at least most of us don't. And at the end of the day, when the exam comes, we tend to get less marks than what we desired for. And that would make us all sad, but in my case it would make me happy. I don't know why, and I consider myself weird for that. And it's the reason is being, when I get low, I know that I made this mistake. I know why I made it and how I can change. And even though I don't change accordingly, at the end of the day, I know that I could create a difference one day or the other. And this is something that I'm looking forward to, whether being studying or a speech, anything. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alvin. That was a really good speech, and he used a lot of anecdotes which a lot of people in here could relate to, not studying on time and procrastinating and everything. Do we have another volunteer? If nobody is gonna volunteer, I'm gonna go ahead and pick people. Please don't make me do that. Please volunteer, go ahead. Okay, let me ask Toastmaster Bharat. He will be our second table topic speaker because he's been MIA for a while. So let's ask him. It's all right. Toastmaster Bharat, are you worried about doing things right or doing the right things? Are you worried about doing things right or doing the right things? Toastmaster Bharat.
Yeah, I would like to take some time. Yes. Let's go.
Okay.
So in this modern world, we all have a day-to-day activity to do, and we are surrounded with different types of people. So in everyone's view, things will look. In everyone's view, the perspective will get different because we all have a unique idea, and we all don't want to get out of a box environment. So when somebody says that it is right to do, but you may feel it is not right just because your perspective. And I happen to be in that situation in many of the times, even in my office too, when people say that this is the thing that is right, and sometimes I feel that is wrong. And I'm really happy that I would always like to convey to the people that what may be the position they are, I would like to convey that what they are doing is wrong. So it's always right that when you say people that they are not right, it doesn't mean you are right, but it means that you're making those people right. That's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat. Such an insightful speech. He just literally asked all of us to do whatever you feel right indirectly. We all got it, Bharat. So next, do we have anybody else? Any other volunteers? Anybody? Okay, we have Ashwin. Okay, so Ashwin, here is the question for you. Toastmaster Ashwin, if you are given a vehicle with full fuel, where's the first place you'd go and why?
I take 30 seconds buffer. Can I begin now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, if I had a vehicle that can take me anywhere, it had unlimited amount of fuel. Place that I would probably go to is Japan. Why? I know it's such a generic choice from our generation that people want to go to Japan. The first time I found out about Japan was obviously through anime. When I was younger, I used to watch a lot of anime. So, and the more I watched, the more I got to know about their culture, their practices, how their day-to-day lives are, and I find it to be very interesting. Though though some of them overlap with ours, some vastly differ. And of course, in Japan, the scenery is really beautiful, and the sky, the architecture there is also very different. They have skyscrapers that we normally don't see in India or even in Chennai. So Japan is one of the places that I want to visit, and probably from Japan, another place that I would want to visit is South Korea. And it's not for the reasons you're thinking. It's because lately, as I mentioned in my speech, I'm obsessed. Right now, I'm obsessed with cooking. So whenever I view some videos in YouTube, there are tons of South Korean videos about these crazy dishes that really make me want to try it out. So that's one of the reasons why I want to go to South Korea right after I visit Japan. So yeah, that's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwin, for making this speech again about food somewhere towards the end. But thank you for this speech. So with this, we'll wrap up with the table topics section. The next part of our meeting is an important round of Toastmasters meeting. In this round, constructive feedback is given to each speaker as well as the overall meeting and to the role players, so that they can benefit, the members can benefit from the experience of the evaluator and become better speakers. For this, we have the gender evaluator to conduct the session. Over to you, Toastmaster Kriti.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dashni. Evaluation helps speakers immensely boost their members' confidence and provide tangible direction. So first, I call upon the evaluator one or speaker one, Ashwin, Toastmaster Saumini, to provide her evaluation report. Over to you, Toastmaster Saumini.
Toastmaster Kriti. Toastmaster Ashwin, I had a very delicious pulao and paneer for lunch, but I like your veg biryani better than that. And if someone says
What? No, it's like as if you're a robot.
Robotic voice.
Yeah,
sounding static, huh?
no, it's
Still, maybe come closer to the laptop.
If you're having an earphone or something, try removing it and speak directly.
Still, maybe connect to the earphones so that we can hear. Let's wait for 2 minutes so that we can continue. Please do an audio check.
Now,
Yes.
fine, right?
Yes.
Okay. I had to give away my introduction. My network bandwidth is low. Am I audible right now? Okay. Toastmaster Ashwin, I had a very delicious pulao and paneer for lunch, but I like your veg biryani better than that. And if someone says veg biryani is pulao, they can come fight me. Here are three things that I loved about your dish. The first is that you had a very good command over the English language. When you infuse the language beauty inside your speech, it helps us audience picturize and visualize whatever you're trying to convey and helps us travel throughout your story. That keeps us engaging. It's a great job on doing that. Number two is employing humor. You know, when it comes to humor, it is very tricky to write it because it deals with a lot with knowing your audience. What one group might find funny, the other might not. But your humor was written in a very positive and a safe way that all of us enjoyed, especially when you had a triad and you said, Parupu Sadam, Tair Sadam, and Complan. We all were able to relate, and the humor employed was called referential humor, the things that we could refer to. And you had all of us year to year smiling from this end to that end. So great job on doing that. The third thing was that you had an engaging story in your speech. You know, humans, we are wired to stories. We love stories. And that is why even when our body shuts down and we go to sleep, our brain keeps telling a story in the form of dreams. You had a story that was not just anything, but also funny. The story of Gobi Manchurian becoming chicken Manchurian. Again, you had us there laughing throughout. What I liked the most about the story being funny and the story was that you had a straight face while conveying humor. You did not have a lot of facial expressions still. We were laughing and compensating for all that you might be giving there. Now, there are a few places in a biryani that we could dodge the elaichi, right? There were two places that I found. First, that you could have employed hand gestures. I noticed that for most of your speech, your hands was static and restricted to your body. So in the future speeches, you could open up and give your hand gestures wide open, inviting the audience. Second is bringing your characters to life. You had two most important characters who had a lot of emotions, your mom and your dad. Your mom, when she noticed that it was chicken and not gobi, and your dad, when he said he'd kick you out of the house. Both of these characters could have been enacted to bring them to life so that the audience were able to connect with you more. So in summary, you had very good command over the English language. You had engaging humor, an engaging story to connect with us. If you could have dodged and by using the employing hand gestures and bringing your characters to life, I'm very sure that even non-vegetarians would love this dish that you served today. And congratulations on fulfilling your purpose of the speech. All the best for the future speeches. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saumini. Now, to make my job more easier, I will call up and in ensuring the quality of the meeting, I call upon my tag team, timer, Toastmaster Kirtana. Over to you.
So good afternoon, everybody. So we had proposed speeches by Toastmaster Ashwin. He has been qualified. And then we had table topics. The first was Alvin, he's qualified. Then Bharat, he's also qualified with a time limit, and Ashwin, he was also qualified. And next we have evaluation speeches by Saumini. She was like 3 minutes and 30 seconds, which was exact when I had a heart attack when she was about to complete, and hope all the practice for the evaluation, the sessions was fruitful. Thank you so many, and happy that everybody spoke today is qualified. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kirtana. Next upon, I call Toastmaster Johan, the accountant. Over to you, Toastmaster Johan.
Hello, everyone. So coming to the R counter, in the category of people who were below 5, we had Bharat, Saumini, and Kriti. And in the category of between 5 and 10, we had Toastmaster Kirtana, Toastmaster Alvin. And I noticed that in the prepared speeches, it was less. And in the table topics, there were more chance of saying I was understandable because you're put on the spot. And also, I would like to give a special mention to Toastmaster Darshini because she had 0 counts, which I picked up. Yeah, thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Johan. Next, upon I call the grammarian, Toastmaster Bharat. Over to you, Toastmaster Bharat.
Yeah. Thank you, General Evaluator. The grammarian is back. So firstly, I would like to thank Alvin for using the word of the day. And then let me list out some beautiful usage of words. Curious, virtue, desire, consume, dissipated, unique, procrastinate, and foodie. Yeah, I think this should be the word of the day, foodie. And I could found there is only one wrong usage of verb, that is the past tense for find is used as founded, and it is not founded, it is found. And I could find only this mistake. So apart from that, everyone is good with the grammar. And I would like to say some general suggestions to improve your grammar. That is, so we have 12 tenses, we all know that. And when we are communicating to people, however, we are not going to use all the tenses, but very few tenses we are going to use. So we should really need to care about those tenses, and let's practice about that. And one more thing I wanted to say is that to improve your grammar, so you can start teaching people who are doing mistakes in grammar, because when you teach them, you will get a clarity about that, and also you're making that person to learn. So start doing it, and don't forget to put the salt in the biryani. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat. Before I give up my report, I need 5 minutes of time to gather all the points. So I would like to take.
Meanwhile, can we actually ask who this person is, Fireflies? I'm like going to ask them to unmute. There's an option where I can ask them to unmute.
I actually asked Muthu.
Is it him?
Muthu's like calling.
It's not him. It's not him.
No.
I don't think Muthu's gonna hide there like that. He'll probably come out praising everyone and giving advice. So, can you please turn on your mic alone and say your name, introduce yourself? You'd really like that. I don't think.
Is
We
that
also have-
Tara? Because it's like
not Tara.
Surana.
That's what I thought, but it's not Sarah. I even asked Vijay sir. It's not the. Oh, let me play this card. So if you're not unmuting, I do have an option where I can remove this person. So please unmute. I'm like playing different cards here so that this person will talk. All right.
Kriti, are you ready?
Yeah, so I'm ready. So coming to the starting of the meeting, we started on time. This all this shows how much dedicated we are and how enthusiastic we are in learning, in improving our communication skills and helping each other and making the community grow. Kudos to us on perfectly being on time this time. And coming to the presiding officer, it was very nice for Toastmaster Saumini to take the acting presiding officer at the spur of the moment and handling it properly and passing the control back to the TMOD. Now, coming to my tag team, we have Toastmaster Kirtana, who explained the timings properly of each the prepared speeches and the evaluation and the table topics properly and saved the what timings correctly. And she even in her coming to her report, she even said who got qualified and also mentioned the evaluators how many was at the edge of the moment, like edge of the timing. She was able like making her aware that she was at the edge of moment to next time be careful of it. And she had a very good report. Now coming to the our counter, our very first time role player, Toastmaster Johan. Kudos to you for taking up this role. And I understand that as it is your first time, you didn't have introduction in your our counter, like when you're introduced as our counter. And usually our counters, our counter, they tell about like what is our count and they tell what what job is as a our counter does, like what does a our counter do, like calculating the hours and all, like there's a proper script, or you can say it anyway, like next meeting you can make sure of it. And your report was very well good, like it was under the category, and you have told who had more than it was like 5, less than 5 and more than 10, and it was like properly organized. Your report was properly organized. Kudos to you. Now coming to the grammarian, Toastmaster Bharat. Bharat always comes up with his creative introduction of any role he takes. Like today he started the food with like biryani. He related grammar with the salt in the biryani, which we when we forgot to put, it becomes abrupt and it doesn't taste good. Wonderful, Bharat, for bringing always creative things in any role you are taking. And the word of the day was introduced properly. And coming to the report, um, you had a very well profound report, having like the good usage of grammar and gave suggestions and also recommendations. I guess if I'm not wrong, even Toastmaster Ashwin used the word of the day in his prepared speech. That you missed. Otherwise, your report was very profound and very good. Now, coming to the evaluator, Toastmaster Saumini. She again bought food in her evaluation, which was very literally made me think that this whole session should have been about the food, as Darshini said. It was really nice seeing all the creativity things coming at the spur of the moment instead of being prepared beforehand. It was nice. And Toastmaster Saumini, she said the proper objectives and she said the purpose of the speech of Toastmaster Ashwin speaker. And while giving her report also, she explained, instead of giving pointers, she explained each and every point more detailing and why is that point correct. She gave a proper description, and she even, I think because of that, she somewhat came to the timing, like she 30, yeah. And recommendations also, she gave a very good recommendation, and she summarized the whole evaluation report. Like we need to learn from her, like giving I think now she's a evaluator pro in our club. We need to learn from her. And coming to the table topic master, Toastmaster Darshini, who's a dual role player today. And this shows her dedication to the club. Like before Priyanka, Toastmaster Priyanka was taking like several hats at the time, and this time Toastmaster Darshini, and this role, yeah, I'll take this role, I'll take like this session should happen somehow, and she takes several multiple roles at a time and makes the session successful for us. A big kudos to her. And coming to the table topic master, like she said how to attempt a speech, how a table topic speech should be given. And she noticed like if any guest is there, and then she called Toastmaster Alvin, then it went, her topics also were like relatable, like anyone can speak about. And coming to the TT session, 1 minute. Yeah. In TT session, Alvin evaluating the table topic speakers. Alvin had a very beautiful speech and anecdotes, giving, and even Toastmaster Ashwin had beautiful anecdotes and stories. And all what I noticed is everyone explained their own experience in their table topics. And everyone, and another one thing is table topics is a 2-minute speech, which should be given with a proper structure, introduction, body, and conclusion. That alone was missing. But I noticed that everyone took time, 30 seconds of buffer time before starting your table topic speech. This 30 seconds enables us to think, like to structure a speech properly. So make use of the 30 seconds, like to structure it, like introduction, body, and conclusion. I know it was like answering when perfect, like whenever anyone asks us a question, we always are with the ready with the answer. We never think it as a speech, like we should give like proper introduction, body, and conclusion. But we can sometimes try, because it may help us in the table topic contest coming up, if any, or like next year, or so it may groom us. Otherwise, all the table topic speeches were very good, and we were all were interesting, and everyone heard it with utmost attention. Now, lastly, coming to the Toastmaster of the day, Darshini, she did the role properly with saying the starting saying the different three sessions of like 3 sections of the Toastmaster meeting, and she called the handover of the session was properly given, passed on, and she even gave it was like free. It was free meeting. She even gave comments to here and there, saying about anything, like about the speaker in TT session also she gave comments after that. And generally she even between she said that this team should have been food, and it was like fun session. It was not much, even though we didn't feel that there was a content missing in the Toastmaster of the day script. She filled it somehow here and there, and she by giving her own comments and making it up. So finally, I would like to say the quality of the session was very good. Even though we had like less members, everyone like came up with creative things at the spur of the moment. And let's all continue this and make VTC go to heights. Yeah, thank you. Go to
Thank you.
Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kriti, for that wonderful report. I think we all can take back all the feedbacks and work on ourselves. With this, we have come to the end of this session. Before handing the session over to the PO, I would once again like to congratulate Toastmaster Johan to for coming forward and taking up the role for the first time. So congratulations on that. You also played a very good job. You did justice to the role. So that is there. And I also request all of you to please fill in the Google Forms that has been posted in the chat window right away. Thank you. Let me hand the session back to the PO, Toastmaster Saumini.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day and Table Topics Master, playing a lot of roles. Have you gotten the responses?
We have 9 people. I only received 6 responses. At least we should get 8 responses.
Whoever hasn't voted, please vote.
Savni, I've sent it to you. Please check your WhatsApp.
Okay. So the best tag role player goes to our biryani master, Toastmaster Bharat. The best role player is a tie between, there were only 2 role players today, but it is a tie between Toastmaster Kriti and Toastmaster Darshini. And the best table topic speaker today is Toastmaster Ashwin. Congratulations, everybody. So I think today's session tells a lot about us as a club. We had a need of the hour, and Toastmaster Darshini had to jump in and take up 2 roles and play it, because canceling sessions does not seem very good. So, so great job on that, Toastmaster Darshini. I think this tells a lot about us as a club and the quality that we have here. I hope this continues, and this I know for sure that this will prevail in the upcoming sessions too. So with that said, I'd like to officially close Vellore Toastmasters Club session number 96.